I hope you're live. Can anybody just double check to see if you're live on the IRC chat? No, no worries. Why? Oh, just mute all sounds. Should be at the bottom. Yep.
Just
Cool.
press that. Yeah.
Okay. So
Why
indeed
do I
we
look
are.
angry?
Okay. Hey guys. Welcome
Hey,
to
but then
this
I can't
week.
hear. I can't hear. I can't hear Don worry.
Oh
Right?
yeah. So you need to actually
Okay.
hear
Let's
the
just work
sound.
this out. Just put it a bit softer. I guess that could work. Yes, there are 4 people on the stream this time, and this will be the Summers Insight episode 3. So we have our new guest, which is Mr. Donmuri. In case people who do not know who Donmuri is,
Nope. I don't think they know.
they don't think they know. Well, then Steven, take over while I adjust my side.
Okay. So we have KLH Donmuri here. For those of you who have been watching GPL, he has not shown his face for about 2 months, I believe. He has benched himself from playing, so to speak. He has taken on the role of more of a coach slash strategist for Kuala Lumpur Hunters. So now he has finally revealed himself once again, and he has more to share his insight for all you summoners out there. So that is Stormuri up there. Well, not really up, but and I'm Teletubers. For those of you who don't know me, I've yet to shave, so I don't think I look the same anymore. So yeah. And last but not least, we have our one and only female GM for the Malaysia League of Legends side. We have GM joining us here today once again. So I have cookies in my mouth, so I can't talk properly.
Yeah, so it's great to be back on the show once again. In this week's show, we have 3 very interesting new topics that we're going to be doing. The first one is the Halloween and what's going to come up. So there's new skins, there's going to be a new champion, there is going to be new ward skins, there's going to be new icons as well included, and a new map. So that's one. And the second thing is we also have the recent tournaments that have been happening in the regional space, which is China's WEM as well as Korea's Enter the Dragon. And the third thing that we have is the season 3 lineup for different teams. We should be talking about TPA, the recent scandal at
Edition.
yeah, this
Oh,
is
sorry.
scandal at CLGEU, as well as is Reginald actually going to leave TPA? Sorry,
What did you just say,
TSM.
Reginald?
I,
Okay, so going on to this topic, this week's topics, we're actually going to be talking about the Halloween stuff that's going to be happening since Halloween is 1 week away, and the first thing is actually the wards and icons. So if you guys have not seen the wards and icons, it should be showing up on screen. Let me know if it isn't. And the wards are getting new skins, which I think is really great. Whether they actually turn out to be permanent purchases or rentals, we don't know. But Shen, what do you think of the new ward skins? Is it an interesting concept? You think?
Yeah, I think it's really cute. It really suits the Halloween theme. So I think people are really looking forward to these new features in the game for this month. What do you think, Teddy?
I don't know. I want to eat something. They should let me eat Maokai. It's made of wood. Maybe it's edible. Maybe it can haunt. And the zombie bread. Maybe it's edible as well. Since the apocalypse does happen, we're gonna eat undead meat one of these days and not get infected. It should be a very good test run out there.
I
I mean,
can't wait to use brand also. I haven't been using brand for so long.
Well, we'll actually mention brands slightly up ahead. But Don Marie, what do you think of the 5 new summoner icons that people can get?
summoners icon. I don't know. Is that I'm still using one of the oldest summoners icons, so I've,
You didn't
I
even
mean
redeem
there's
the
no
Riven
difference.
Championship?
I have the reader, but then everyone is using it, so what's the
So
point?
special. Okay. Yeah. So what I think is that in currently North America, when you exchange RP, or when you buy RP, since you can't exchange it there, you actually get the icons, and I think the icons are pretty cool because so far you don't get anything extra if you use RP. The only thing you can possibly get is skins, and I think like recently Riot has been doing lots of the new icons like Riven Championship. I'm not sure if Teddy, does Jana have a new icon as well? Victorious Jana?
No, I believe no. So what's the icon that came will be the S2 icon, which is Riven. So I don't think Jana has an icon, to my knowledge. After extensive research, means everyone is asking me, where's the reset? How much to get, boy? Hero, Jana, and stuff like that. I would say Victorious Jana doesn't have an icon. But let me double check.
Okay.
And nope, there is no icon for that. It's only the skin that will be given out.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, I think this will be the only other icons released for season two. Which should be interesting. But yeah, aside that is the new skins that will be happening. So and with the new skins, we have five new skins coming out, which is the Underworld Twisted Fate. We have the Hitler's Horseman Hackerim, the Zombie Brand. We have the Maokai. Wait, what Maokai is it? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Some weird Maokai, and we have the School Teacher Fiora, which I think is absolutely hilarious.
Take ruler and whack.
Whack people. Yeah. But basically, what do you think of these skins, Shen? BB. Oops.
It's Haunted Maokai.
Oh, it's Haunted Maokai. Thanks.
The skins, I don't know. It'll be interesting for people who uses these champions, I suppose. But not not really looking forward to it since I don't hardly use these champions. But I am looking forward to the zombie brand though.
So you can use brand again, right?
Yes, so I will use brand again and burn everyone else.
But this time he's not actually using fire. It's
Let me throw
actually
your filth everywhere.
ooze. It's like,
Oh
yeah.
really? I is the champion spotlight out already for the
No,
new
it's not
skin?
Champion Spotlight, but like the skin,
Uh
people have taken videos from the public beta realm and shown it out there. So yeah.
oh, okay. Hmm.
It looks like
Interesting.
green plasma flying around everywhere. I don't know. To be honest, every other skin looks like very visually different, except for Twisted Fate. You hardly even see his hands in a normal model, so I don't know how his ghost hand is going to be seen in the model. To be honest,
That's why he has a role model remake.
no, but
Yep.
I don't know how great it's going to be. Um, Mr. Donmuri, what do you think of the sexy teacher Fiora,
Nah, I don't play Fiora. I'm just looking forward for the Maokai and Hecarim.
the saplings?
Especially the Maokai.
The saplings have a very weird look to them.
I mean, his arcane smash is like he throws like a tomb or power to that.
Mr. Donmuri, we have lost your video. What happened?
I'm here.
No,
No?
no, he's still there.
No, I lost
I'm
yours.
here.
For some reason, I lost. Oops, now I lost Shannon.
Not.
Now I lost BB as well. What's happening?
You have bad connection.
Yeah,
You
cause
are
we can still
evil.
see them.
Even your computer dislikes you.
No.
But one thing is that everyone need to realize that the skins are very very limited. You can only buy during that year. Like you can no longer buy Zombie Rise and all the previous Halloween skins. So let's say you want these skins, you better buy it now when it's out lah.
Yeah, and true enough, for some reason my internet connection isn't all that great, and apparently I can't see your videos. Oh, I see Shan again. I mean BB. I'm making. Oh, and it looks like one by one everybody's coming back on. So that's great. For some reason the internet decided to troll me. But yeah, like what Freedom is saying on the RC chat, it is true. It looks like League of Legends is growing, literally, with every model getting slightly bigger. The zombie brand does look quite huge, and even so does the Soraka. But that's
Frankenstein.
Yeah, they actually mentioned that they're gonna streamline all the models because everyone noticed that Soraka and Twisted Fate, especially, they are
are huge.
bigger than the normal human size in League of Legends.
They're
Yeah,
like that big.
they're gonna streamline all the models and
I mean, that's good, but do you think they should be making it bigger or making it smaller? Like, as a pro player, does that really affect?
it affects because the hitbox are involved. But I don't mind. In the end, eventually, everyone will just get used to it.
Okay. I don't know, for me,
I hope they're not as big as Cho'Gath though.
Shogoff and Wildgrowth on Rengar. His model is just massive. So yeah, that's basically it for updating on what's coming for Halloween. On our side, on this Saturday, we'll be dressing up for Halloween here. Most of our costume is already here, so that's going to be done. Aside from on the Singapore side, they are having their is that a land tournament? Can you call that what do you call that, Teddy Tibers? What Singapore is doing?
The stadium has another tournament, but nothing related, isn't it? I'm not sure what you're trying to ask me
No, I
right
mean
now since you're
what's
confusing me.
happening this week at the stadium?
Something which I cannot say.
Okay, so something's happening at the stadium, and we'll be on GPL on Saturday. So that's what's gonna happen, for our side. Okay, I have no idea why I'm progressively getting softer apparently. But anyhow, so that was the first topic. Now the second topic is basically the tournaments that have been going on, and within this tournament, we do see there are two ones going on, which is WEM China currently, and we have the 8 teams that are participating, which is Team WE, we have IG, we have LGD Gaming, we have WE, the second team, which is the Rocks, which is kind of weird. Team Acer, Team Curse, Singapore Sentinels, and Incredible Miracle will all be playing out there. Now, these has not actually started yet. The brackets are somehow not updated. But the prize pool for the first place winner is 22,000 USD, so that's a huge amount out there. I don't know. Don, hearing the 8 teams out there, who do you think is gonna come out on top?
Team WEIG and Curse, they've been showing themselves very, very strong as a team. So I guess we can predict that they will at least do quite well in the tournament. But the other team, we haven't really heard of them before. Team Acer, the second team of WE. Yeah, we have no information about them, but hopefully Singapore Sentinels will be able to maybe beat Curse again and beat WE and IG as well.
Actually, I just want to talk about that. Will Team Sentinels be able to beat out Team Curse? I know, Teddy, you were watching that match as well, and it was quite shocking to see that IPL face-off of their victory. Do you think they may be able to pull out another victory again?
I think it's possible. Why not?
It's going to be much harder, I would say. Currently, the lineup for Singapore Standards is more stable, but I wouldn't say that it's stronger in comparison to when they had Tofu Boy in the team. So it's going to be another, trial for them to win against Curse, I would say. Because some of the tactics that they did use against Curse, or if they want to reuse it, so to speak, will not work anymore at the same time because they don't have the same members. And right now, I think the champion choice for SGS for some of the players might be quite limited, but I'm not sure that I'm right to say that because I have not played with them that much currently. But you would see that they tend to pick their more favorite or favorite champions which they're more used to currently instead of like something more of a small team specific overall other strategies that has been brought out by them, so to speak. I would say. Donmuri, what do you think about that? Do you agree with me? Like so far, when you see SGS play after this new change of the lineup, like they've been sticking to more solid things that they know of instead of trying out something different.
Yeah, I think they are just trying to work out those kings by swapping their roles and everything. If I remember correctly, when they fought Curse last time, it was when they brought out that Mundo top. So maybe they'll bring out something new that we haven't seen before. But I think they won't get Storm. I know that. Playing against them, I know that they will actually do well. Hopefully.
I don't know.
We shall see.
DD, from the 8 teams there, who do you think you'll be supporting if you had to choose two?
I think I would still support SGS.
And anybody else, you think?
TPA is playing,
No.
right?
TPS in
TPA is
the
not
other
playing.
one.
Oh, TPA is in the other one. Uh,
There's IG, there's
hmm.
WE, that could possibly be in there.
Just say WE because they made it quite high into World Championship.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Probably,
that's
but
probably.
yeah, for now I think I'll see how SGS can do well in this tournament
Okay.
because of their new lineup. And Choi is still playing, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean, I would like to see what Chowie can do since he has
It's
brought out the AP Karma mid. That's pretty interesting. And I'm trying to learn that.
sorry just to say about Chowie, just to mention, see, he is a muscle man and fit, but uses Gragas, who is bloated, a fat man. It's quite funny the comparison right now. I think about it.
So
Like
it's
he's
like
using
I mean, you
Gragas
should
quite a
use
lot. He's famous for
Gragas.
it.
You should make Gragas your trademark.
Trademark. Maybe I shouldn't shave anymore. Okay, moving back to the main point, not getting any more sidetracked from this. So yeah, the next thing we have will be Enter the Dragon, I believe.
Yep, in fact, that's
Unless
currently on screen right now. So it's Enter the Dragon, and that's a tournament in Korea that's going on. Here we do have KT Roster A and KT Roster B. Those are the teams from Korea. CJ enters. Incredible Miracle is there as well. And ROMG, I have no idea how to pronounce that. From China, we have Team WE and we have Invictus Gaming. And from Vietnam, we have Saigon Jokers. I thought TP was supposed to be here. Hmm. I'm not sure. TPA could be in a different tournament. Oh well. So, but anyhow, they have already passed the group stages of 8, and now they're in the semi-finals. Saigon Jokers got knocked out by LGIM, uh, which is the Incredible Miracle. Sorry, it should be IGIM. I'm not sure. So they got knocked out by Incredible Miracle 3 and 0. That's a little bit shocking. So
I mean, it's not really shocking because everyone knows that the standard of the other Korean teams are very strong. Like LGIM is actually a Lilacs teams. We were one of the star solo queue last time in any
oh
server.
yes, yes.
I mean, I was hoping that SAJ would do better, but the standard in Korea is very high, so
In
it's very tough to be playing against them.
In fact, it is the 5 Korean teams. Two of them actually going to the semi-finals, and two of the China teams, both the China teams, in fact, Vector, went into the semi-finals. So the Chinese team will have to fight each other out to go into the final. A little bit sad that they have to fight against each other. It can't be like, for instance, an all Korea final, all China final out there. But it's gonna be
Yeah,
interesting.
I don't know why this kind of thing always happens.
They fight off their own region, and then
It's like,
yeah.
yeah, very sad.
How much is the prize pool again?
For Korea, they don't actually have the prize pool
Yeah.
out there.
Oh, okay.
oh, is it? I thought it was. Never mind. I shall keep quiet because I'm uncertain as well. But I believe it was quite large when I last saw it.
Could you just
But
check on your side since I can't check on my side?
but to mention about the teams, like the regions, the 5 regions, is to make it more balanced for everyone else. Like, doesn't seem to have any favoritism, I suppose. Like for the Korea side, maybe. Does it make sense? Like in the semi-finals, the regions, the teams from the same region is going to fight against each other, right?
Yeah.
Wait, yeah. So it's like maybe that's how Korea does it. Like they make it so the same regions fight each other to prove who is better in terms of that. And then when it comes to the final step, it's like, it's really who is the best from that area instead of just like from the own same area. Does that seem plausible?
Yeah, it seems about right. It seems right. Oh, it looks like I think my internet connection is going haywire again. I can't see Mr. Donmuri again. But anyhow, we actually are pretty much done with the second one, which is the regional tournament, and Donmuri is now back with us. On to the final topic, which is the team change out. Now, I don't actually have any images for this because the teams are still changing, but BB to tell us on what you think about TPA's new addition to the team,
Got JJ and Jonda, right?
Zonda. Yeah.
Zonda.
Zonda.
Zonda. Uh, I think it'll be interesting to see how the new players can sync well with the old members. Uh, there's a rumor about the second team, right? Second TPA team, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 They could be called TPB apparently, Taipei Berserkers. That's what people just write out lah, but it's not anything solid.
Berserkers. Who's going to be in the team again? Kolalin, Stanley will be on top.
Next.
Stanley will be on top, next ABC,
Next
and then
ABC.
God JJ will be the AD carry. So right now they're missing a jungler, so whoever is
Stanley.
like high EL enough, maybe can fly to Taiwan and say, I want to apply.
I thought Zonda was in
That's
India.
just-
Go Tiber.
I wish.
God JJ. How old is God JJ, I wonder? This must be
He's
damn
pretty
young.
young
Right?
apparently.
He's very young.
Yeah.
Like 20 years old.
He looks like that. He
Yeah, it's
looks
about
like
20,
Ali.
I think, I believe.
Hagane, I mean.
Huh? What? Like
It looks like
He
Hagane?
Hagane.
looks like
Really?
Hagane. Yeah.
I don't think so. He's quite tall, right?
I mean, not in terms of the height, of course, but...
When he say Hagane,
Wow.
I think about the height. Don't
It's
don't
TV.
stray.
Okay, Mr. Donmuri, what do you think about CLG and their whole drama going on?
I mean, after I heard the news, I was like,
Right.
why? You're
Tell,
gonna
tell
ruin
people
the
what's the
team
news
again. But
first.
then, alright, so apparently, yesterday or 2 days, I think it was yesterday,
Yeah.
Voy Boy got benched, and CLG did I mean, Hotshot went to top, Chuster went to jungle, and Loco Loco from MIG and started joining CLG as a support player, and Double Leaf is staying on his own role. So, and the surprising it, just after Voyboy announced that he was benched, he actually, I'm not sure whether he got kicked out or left, but he's no longer in CLG anymore. And a lot of people speculating that they're not going to do well, but actually just a few hours ago, you can see screenshot of the IEM Singapore qualifier for the NA side. They've been actually doing very, very well. They beat MME Fetus, I'm not sure Fetus or what, yeah. But they beat that team very convincingly. So
So looks like they have something good out here. Hopefully.
Korean power.
We'll find out how well the Koreans actually doing on their side there. But I think one of the more controversial things that are going on is Reginald going to leave TSM? BB, do you have some inside addition?
Uh, no, I don't have any insights, news or whatsoever. But I don't think he will leave TSM. He's too good for the team.
He's a needed,
It's
I
a needed, yeah.
I
needed
don't know.
player.
To me, I think they need to change it up because I think they're too stagnant. Correct me if I'm wrong here, John or Teddy. I think the team has just gotten so
from
complacent.
from the I mean, if you're talking about Regina, from the article that Toys wrote about all the AP players around the world, he says that AP mid, yeah, Regina playstyle doesn't really fit into the current meta. He's too aggressive, and when you're being too aggressive with the current junglers in the game, you're gonna get punished for it. So I think they don't really need a roster change. They just need to adapt to the new style of meta, I guess.
New meta. He must not be stuck in what is the old. I mean, his meta, what he's playing might work in NA region, but we have seen that when it came to the World Championships, it didn't work out that well overall. Yeah, they didn't really prepare anything else, in my opinion, but what they already had on hand, but just perfecting what they know instead of like experimenting and trying out everything else that's out there, like how Saigon Jokers they do it very well in terms of when they see that they cannot win certain lanes or they want the certain champions to do better, they swap the lanes up very well. Like how their AD and support will go to mid or something like that to happen. Or maybe AD in mid, the AP and support will be at bottom. That's one of the strong points that Saigon Jokers would have, I would say, that they use all these strategies to mess up the tempo of the opponents and then they cover up their weaknesses. So I think this is something that TSM lacks right now.
So do you think
Yeah.
that a player should be changed, not necessarily Reginald, but should a player be changed or introduced into the team to help change it, or do you believe that they're just fine on themselves? What do you think, Don?
TSM has been very, very strong throughout the season 2. It's just that they didn't do too well during the finals itself. I mean, a lot of people saying they were too cocky, they didn't train properly, they didn't really analyze and did their homework to analyze the Asian teams, especially the Koreans team. But I mean, of course, there are that stories about Koreans were cheating and stuff, but maybe they should just do more homework and train a little bit harder.
Probably they're just not used to they didn't know that the Asian teams are rising up really fast. Based on
Especially, yeah, the best example is TPA. Apparently the
TPA and
underdogs for the whole tournament almost.
Koreans are
And
big
other
competitive.
teams. Yeah.
think they train a lot more compared to the NA or EU side.
I think it's a lot to do with there's so many regional tournaments in Korea where they it I believe that meta is only valid for a certain amount of time. And the more people play the meta, the more people discover its limitations and try to change it.
They try to counter
Yeah,
it.
I mean, if they find out weaknesses, they try to find improvements on it. And because there's so many tournaments, there's so much of active gaming on a, I would say, an advanced level of skill in Korea, they tend to develop new metas faster and to discover the old metas problems, which is, I think, one of the main contributions to their rise of success. What do you all think about that statement?
I'm actually looking forward for season 3 because if you see during season 1 it was AD carry mid, bruisers bottom, and then in season 2 it's actually AD carry and support bottom and AP mid. So in season 3 I hope we can see like maybe 2 junglers or I don't know, triple mid or something like
Jungle
that.
and Roamer.
I mean, it failed. It failed. I think Ethos did try that and it did fail. He went against them in the end.
Double jungle, so that means bottom only got one person.
Each lane solo.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes,
then
take
two
double smite,
jungle.
we
smite
would.
everything. Smite dragon, smite baron, smite.
I mean, we'll see. We
Double
can.
gank.
It might happen. The jungle is changing for season 3, and there'll be new support staff and also a new support champion as announced by Morello. So all these things will definitely change how the meta for season 3 will work. And one thing to add, not to say that NA players are bad or anything, like in terms of, but in overall gaming, not in just in esports, but maybe even in card games or whatever games there are out there. In overall gaming, you would see that Asian players are much stronger because they tend to be more innovative or try a lot of things because they seem to have more chances, or they just want to, even in like as mentioned by Pseudo just now, like Korea has more like regional tournaments or small scale tournaments, so they have time, they have chances to test all these strategy outs against stronger teams. But in terms of NA, when they just play, they must make sure that they win all the tournaments, so they do not tend to defer or try out something very new in the tournaments throughout. So I would say that sometimes even in all these games, you would see that there's a trend where NA will see what Asia does first, and they will try to copy the strategy or implement it. But for League of Legends, apparently it didn't happen that way. They just felt that they were going to be a stronger team because like League of Legends is very young in Southeast Asia, in Asia in general, and they thought that whatever they had would be enough to win the World Championship, and that really did not happen. So that would be my view on the whole, how NA has been viewing everything overall, and also all the other stuff that's happening
I
in
mean,
the Asia
it's
regions.
pretty much agreed then that for all of us here, we agree that having more regional tournaments definitely helps improve gameplay, and that Korea is definitely one of the people to look out for. In fact, I think we'd say China as well. China has been having quite a number of recent tournaments recently
Mm-hmm.
in preparation for season 3. So I guess that's going to see how it comes out at the end of things. But basically, this is the end of this show. We have reached the 8 o'clock mark. So just a recap of what we have talked about today. At first, we talked about the Halloweens. We talked about the wards and the new icons coming in. And I think it's going to be great. New additions, new flavors for each of the teams, each of the players, what they have. There's also the 5 new skins coming in, as well as at least the new champion, the Spider, which is kind of creepy looking, but cool at the same time. We also went on to see the tournaments, which was Enter the Dragon Korea, and then we had a quick look at WEM China to see what was going on there. And finally, we talked about the team changes, which was CPA's change and CLGE. We talked a little bit about TSM to see if they should change things up, and we kind of segued onto what we like to see for season 3 in terms of team composition. So that's basically the show. Thank you, Mr. Donmuri, for coming on the show. Any final words out there? Any secrets you want to tell us before you leave?
Uh,
The secret
secrets,
strategy for
secret,
this coming weekend.
secret strategy, Timo mid.
So there you have it. Timo mid. Expect that from KL Hunters. And if KL Hunters doesn't do that, you can come and find Mr. Donmuri here in your office. Senators, anything to tell us before we leave?
Do you think I should shave? Nothing. I have nothing to tell. I'm just gonna be very personal and ask a personal question, and whether you all think I should say shave at all.
Shave
Anyway,
and cut
moving on.
bald.
That's not important.
Don't shave her. Be like Gragas. Exactly like Gragas. Long beard.
I should dye my facial hair orange-ish brown,
We shall
maybe.
dye his hair blonde. Let's go with that.
Yeah, it was
Please
orange.
shave. They say please shave.
Yes, people are saying please shave, so please shave already. BB, do you have any last things to say before we go?
No.
Nope, that's pretty much it. She wants to go out and have a dinner. Um, the only thing I have to say is check us out on Saturday for GPL because I will be actually dressing up as Sona and I want to see 10 million dislikes. Yes,
What?
Shen has seen her thumbs up. I want to give
Dislike?
nightmares to people. It's supposed to be Halloween. It's supposed to scare the crap out
He
of people.
pseudo. This weekend, people will get to see pseudo with boobs. You
And
know.
a bra.
And the best
What do you
part
mean
about
boob?
it,
There's only one boob, is it?
we were talking about this in the office. Apparently, I'll have like the biggest boobs in the office, even bigger than Teddy Timbers. So there you go.
Wow, what a comparison to make. Wow.
Okay, so this is it. Thank you guys for watching the Summoners Insight episode 3. Bye.
Bye. Thank you all for watching.